Good morning, everybody. I am going to start the topic quadratic equations. Everyone familiar with this topic, quadratic equations? So, standard form of quadratic equations is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So, everyone know that this is the very standard quadratic equations. So, when a is not equal to 0, then it is said to be quadratic. Otherwise, if a is equal to 0, that's become as a linear equations. So this is the part of polynomials. Polynomials, you will polynomial. Okay. So polynomials means nth degree as equations. Suppose that if power of this, suppose general form of polynomials is a x per power n a1 okay n into a n minus 1 x n plus n minus 2 x per power n minus 2 and so on up to a naught equal to 0. So nth degree equations. So if n is 2, then it is said to be quadratic equations. If n is 1, if it's said to be linear equations. If n is said to be 3, it is cubic. If n is 4, it is said to be biquadratic equation. So if n is 1, simple ax is equal to b. So this is a linear equations. Everyone familiar with that? This is the basic term in a polynomials equations. So root of this, root means that basic concept of root means which satisfied the equations. So here x means x equal to minus b upon a. This is the root of linear equation. This is the linear equation. This is linear equation. Here we are talking about quadratic equation. So the quadratic equations means we have two roots. Okay. Here a is not equal to 0 and a, b and c belongs to R, because we are studying real quadratic equations. Okay, real number where a, b, c belongs to real number, not studying as a complex number. So that is a real number. So this is the quadratic equation, and everyone very familiar with the root of quadratic equations. Root means solutions of quadratic equations. Solutions in the sense, in general term, that satisfied the equations. Which value we put in given equation satisfied the equation is said to be root, yeah, solutions of equations. Here we are talking about quadratic, so root of quadratic equation. So it can be written in such a form. So x is equal to minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So this is the root of quadratic equations. Okay. So we have two roots. Here x means, here x is equal to minus b plus root under b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and another is x is equal to minus b minus root under b square 4ac upon 2a. This is another root. So this quadratic have is two roots. So all now move to the nature of quadratic equations. So that means roots are real, imaginary, which cut the x x-axis touch the intersect the x-axis, touch the x-axis, that's depend upon this is value, root under this value, and this is said to be discriminant. You are familiar with that, the discriminant? What is the value of discriminant? Okay. Nature of roots. Roots in the sense solution. Okay. So here root D means discriminant. Discriminant means root under b square minus 4ac, and our standard quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, and a is not equal to 0, and a, b and c belongs to real number. Okay. So discriminant, if d greater than 0, if d greater than 0, then roots are real and distinct. Real and distinct. Okay. And second, if d is less than 0, then roots are imaginary. Then roots are imaginary. Okay. And third is, if d equal to 0, then roots are real and equal. Then roots are real and equal. These are the characteristics of a roots of quadratic equations. Fourth is, if all depends upon a discriminant value. If d is greater than 0, then roots are real and distinct. If d is less than 0, roots are imaginary. And if d is equal to 0, then roots are equal and real. Okay. Now, we are studying mathematics. Without visualization of a concept, we have no command or depth knowledge of that topic. So, how to draw that graph of this quadratic equations? So, suppose we write as y is equal to f of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Plotting the graph of quadratic equation. Our topic is plotting the graph of quadratic expressions. In the here we write expression. Okay. So these are the quadratic expression, or a not equal to 0. Okay. So if first of all this quadratic curve represent the parabola, because this curve has 2-degree equations. So this shape of curve is called parabola. Okay. So suppose a is greater than 0. Okay, a is greater than 0. Then standard curve of parabola that's towards open towards. This is x-axis, this is y of f of x. So a greater than 0, then that means curve shape will be open upward. Okay, suppose this is x-axis, this is y is equal to f of x. So if a is less than 0, then this type of curve. Okay, if a is greater than 0, then this is a greater than 0 towards a parabola open towards, and if a is less than 0, then parabola open as a downwards. If d is greater than 0, d in both have a real roots, because a real roots means it intersect the axis, yeah, touch the axis. So here d is greater than 0, that means roots are real and distinct. So we touch the x-axis, intersects the x-axis at 2 points. This is, that is said to be root of a equation. Here d is greater than 0. These are the basic concept of intersecting the x-axis of a given as a quadratic polynomials or quadratic expressions. And the other condition is case third. Case third. If a is greater than 0, greater than 0 in the sense curve is towards upward, open upward, and if a is less than 0 means parabola open downwards. Okay, and if d is 0, here d is 0, here d is 0. D is 0 means कि quadratic polynomials touch the x-axis. Touch the x-axis. That means which types of curve is drawn? That means this type of curve is drawn. Okay, and for this type of curve is drawn. This is x-axis, this is y is equal to f of x, and this is x-axis, this is y is equal to f of x, or our standard is a quadratic expressions. Y is equal to, here y is equal to f of x is equal to a x squared plus bx plus c. These are the quadratic expressions. So okay, so if d is equal to 0, that means curve of quadratic expression touch the x-axis. These are the basic nature of quadratic expressions. Our next, if this is the case third, case 4, and next case 5. Case 5, if a is greater than 0 means upward, polynomials curve is open upwards, and then d is less than 0. Less than 0 means roots are imaginary. That means ki they never intersect the x-axis. That means ki this type of graph. This is x, this is y is equal to f of x. That means this type of. Okay. Case 5, that means case 6. If A is less than 0 and D is less than 0, okay, that means curve is shown in such a form. This is x-axis, this is y is equal to f of x. So these are the plotting the quadratic equations. We will see all these concepts through some examples. Okay. So take as example is x square plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. This is the very standard form. What is the root of this? So root of this x plus 1 equal to 0, simple sir. A plus b का whole square, a square plus 2ab. It can be written in such a form, x square plus 2ab, 2 into 1 here into x plus 1 square equal to 0. Okay, so here x is equal to minus 1 minus 1. These are the roots of quadratic equations. So here x-axis, this is y is equal to f of x. Okay, so you can easily draw this graph. This is 1 unit, scaling this. This is minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. And second is that if you are familiar with sum and suppose that sum of roots, sum of roots, suppose sum and sorry. Now move to sum and product of roots. Okay, sum and product of roots, then sum and product of roots, So our standard equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So sum of roots means, suppose roots are alpha and beta. You already heard that as a name. Suppose roots are alpha and beta. So alpha and beta. Suppose roots are alpha and beta. So sum means alpha plus beta. That is said to be minus bya. You have roots is written in such a form, x is equal to minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So suppose x is equal to this, x yeah. Suppose alpha is equal to minus b plus root under b square minus 4ac up beta is equal to minus b minus root under b square minus 4ac by 2a. So some alpha plus beta. So add this. So this is a plus minus base same, denominator is same, so that adding this, So that's give as a minus b by a, and similarly product of this product of roots. So alpha into beta. So simply product these two terms, that's give as a c by a. I will give as a one as a simple sum. That means minus b plus root under b square minus 4ac ac upon 2a into minus b plus root under b square minus 4ac by 2a. So here denominator is same. So a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. That means कि minus b square का whole square और minus squaring this, then root under will be cancelled. So minus 4ac, or that's denominator becomes as a 4a square. So eliminate this, that's become c by a. This is the basic outcome of product of roots and as a sum of roots. Yeah. Now we will learn all these whatever we draw this graph through as some examples. Okay. Okay. Take some examples. Suppose x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. This is some basic example. What is the root of this? So there is two methods. First is formula method and second is factor method. So formula, according to formula, that's give as a here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 5 and b is equal to 5 and c is equal to 6. You compare this as a standard as a quadratic equation. Our standard quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So you compare this. So here a is 1 and b is 5 and c is 6. So here, so root is minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So putting this value here, b is equal to 5, to minus 5 plus minus root under b square, b means 5 squares minus 4ac. Here a means 1 and c means 6 upon 2a. Okay, here a means 1. So that means minus 5 plus minus root under 25 after calculation, that's give as a root under values is 1. So 1 root, that means 1. That is y 2. Add this minus 5 plus 1 divided by 2, and second is minus 5 minus 1 divided by 2. This is 5. So this is adding this, that's give as a 4 divided by 2, that means minus 2, or here that is minus 3. These are the roots of as a quadratic equations. So sum of roots according to formula, sum of roots क्या हो जाएंगे? Sum of roots means minus b by a, that means minus b by a. Obvious, this is the single roots, sigma alpha भी लिखते हैं, that means minus okay. So sigma alpha minus b by a. You learn this as a I want to generalize this. So that means single roots means minus 1 raised to the power 1 into b by a. Okay, so this is minus 1. So here b is 5. So minus 5 by 1, that means minus 5. So adding this minus 2 minus 3, that's give 5. So product of roots, that means product of roots क्या होते हैं? Products of roots, product of roots, that means alpha into beta, alpha into beta, c by a, or general formula is sigma alpha into beta, a standard form. So minus 1 raised to the power 2 into c by a, that means c by a, that's give the positive sign. Or here c is 6 or a is 1, so 6 by 1, that is 6. Or here we already find that roots are minus 2 and minus 3. So product these two values, that's give the same result. Either you adopt the formula method, yeah, adopt find the root and go through conventional method. Okay, so plotting now my main concept is plotting this as a quadratic equations in as a graph. बहुत फास्ट स्लाइड ले लिया गया है. ओके, ठीक है, नोट कर. ओके, प्लॉटिंग द ग्राफ. Plotting, no. Before plotting, we mention the cubic and as a cubic equations. Cubic equations. Because we are talking about roots, so we move to as a cubic equations means general form of cubic equation of one variable, because we are studying cubic equation of one variable. So a x cube plus b x square plus c x plus d equal to 0 plus d equal to 0. So here sum of roots क्या हो जाएंगे? sum of roots, that means sigma alpha. Suppose that roots are roots are alpha, beta and gamma. So sum of roots means sigma alpha, that means कि alpha plus beta plus gamma. तो minus 1 raised to the power 1 into minus b by a, ठीक है ना? तो minus b by a, that is the b by a, ठीक है ना? b by a, that means minus here b by a. Okay. Product of roots, product with different kinds. Product of roots, that means sigma alpha into beta. So here roots are 3. So here alpha beta means alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha. That means minus 1 raised to the power 2, because it's a product, we taking product in the form of 2, that is power 2. So c by a, here third is c by a, and another product क्या हो जाएंगे? Product sigma alpha into beta, product of 2 roots, product of 3 roots, here alpha beta gamma, that means product of 3 roots, product of 3 roots. So product of 3 roots means minus 1 raised to the power 3 into d by a. Last क्या है? d by a. that means minus dya. Similarly, we move to as a y quadratic, fourth degree as a degree equations with single variable. स्लाइड सब खत्म हो गए. हेलो, नेक्स्ट कैसे होता है? ए ए ठीक है. अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है, ओके, आप समझ लिया. फिर और लेना है तो और ले सकते हैं ना. ओके ओके, वाई क्वाड्रेटिक, ठीक है ना. ए ओके ओके ओके, वाई क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन. ओके, वाई क्वाड्रेटिक, वाई quadratic equation. So a standard form of y quadratic, we generalize this. So a raised to the power 4 plus b x cube plus c x square plus dx plus e equal to 0. Suppose that generally we expand the linear to quadratic, quadratic to cubic, cubic to y quadratic. So here suppose we take as a roots are, suppose b take roots are alpha, beta, gamma and del, general. Okay, so sum of roots, roots, ठीक है. For as a one sum of root, that means sigma alpha, that means alpha plus beta plus gamma plus del. So nothing but minus 1 raised to the power a, first is b, so b by a, sum of roots. In quadratic you have learned this, b by a, product of c by a and so on. We extend as our concept as a quadratic to y quadratic, quadratic to cubic. So here product of two roots, that means sigma alpha into beta, that means we add this alpha into beta, beta into gamma, or sorry, alpha into beta, alpha into gamma, or alpha into del. Similarly, beta into del plus beta into gamma, plus gamma into del, plus gamma into del. So it can be written here product of two roots. So minus 1 raised to the power 2 into c by a. So this is c by a. So this give the positive value. So c by a. Okay. Similarly, okay. Similarly, sigma alpha into beta into gamma. So product of three roots. So here roots are as alpha, beta, we have as a 4 roots. So we collect as a this alpha in alpha beta gamma. So alpha beta gamma plus beta gamma del plus gamma del alpha, gamma del alpha. So nothing but minus 1 raised to the power 3, or that is c by a d by a. So this is d by a, that means minus here d by a. Okay, similarly product of 4 roots, product of 4 roots, product of 4 root, 4 roots, that means sigma alpha beta or del. This is the single term sorry. So that is give the minus 1 raised to the power 4 into finally e by a. So that is e by a. So we extend our quadratic to cubic, cubic to y quadratic, and finding the sum of roots, product of roots. Now move to plotting the graph and give some examples. Okay. Okay. Some examples. Whatever we study the general concept of a y quadratic, cubic quadratic, we solve this as some examples. So some examples. Some examples. So here take as another as roots as a no. X square plus 2x minus 2x plus 1. Some examples. Okay, so ax square okay, so x square minus plus 3x plus 9 equal to 0. Okay, so here which type nature of the roots kya hoga? What is the nature of the roots? Here nature of the roots depend upon d. So here d, what is the d? Here you compare all these things through a standard equation. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 3, and c is equal to 9. C is equal to 9. Okay, so here d is equal to b square minus 4ac. So b square minus 4ac. So here b means 3. 3 का whole square minus 4ac. 4a is equal to 1 and c is equal to 9. That means कि 9 minus 36. And remove this, that is minus 20, minus 27. So less than 0. So roots are d is less than 0. So that means कि nature of the roots क्या होंगे? Nature of the roots, hello, without finding the roots, nature of the roots, roots are nature of roots imaginary, that is imaginary. और प्लॉटिंग के एरियाज क्या हो जाएंगे? दे नेवर इंटरसेक्ट द एक्स एक्सिस. ये क्या होगा? एक्स एक्सिस को कभी भी इंटरसेक्ट नहीं करेगा. वॉट एवर दे आर, this is x axis, this is y is equal to f of x. So here d is less than 0. Here d is less than 0, और here coefficient of a x square क्या है? 1. So this is greater than 0. So a greater than 0 or d less than 0. That means this represent curve of this quadratic equations never intersect the x axis. This means never cut the x axis above the x axis, or greater than a greater than 0, that's upward. This is upward. Okay, these are the upward. These are the character of x square plus 3x plus 9 equal to 0. Without finding the root, we can give some general concept about these equations. Now I'm not finding the roots. Similarly, suppose take the some positive value. Suppose okay. Another example. Examples. Suppose that 2 2x square minus 6x plus 7 equal to 0. Okay. So here a is equal to, compared to a standard equations, a is equal to 2, b is equal to 6, b is equal to minus 6, and d is equal to 7. Sorry, c is equal to 7. Here c is equal to 7. So what is the discriminant of this nature? Nature of above equations, nature of roots बताइए क्या किस टाइप का होगा? Hello. So here d, that is find through as a d. That means discriminant. So d b square minus 4ac. That means here b means 6 minus 6. So minus 6 x squared minus 4ac. 4 a means 2 or c means 7. That means 36 or minus 56. That's same results. That is minus 20 less than 0. Same character, same type of equations. We should change this value. Suppose that we take as a here minus. Okay. We take as a minus this. So what will be that? Suppose that this is minus. So this become as a plus. Okay. Minus 7. This is minus, thus become plus. So what will be that? You delete this. That is 292 greater than 0. So here d is greater than 0. That means we have a is equal to 2 greater than 0. D is equal to 92 greater than 0. So that means the curve of these equations open upward, and d greater than 0, that means d greater than 0 means this intersect the x-axis. This is x-axis, this is y is equal to f of x. This is the polynomial form. Okay, so this means intersect the x-axis. That means which type of, whatever their roots. Okay, so intersect are, these are the general graph of these equations. Okay, through a discriminant we can explain that this is upward, open upward. This parabola open upward. Okay. In plotting the graph, we draw as 6 types of cases for drawing the quadratic equations. Another 2 example is, okay, we are not familiar with too much. give another example. 2x square minus 2x, suppose that this is minus, okay, so minus 3x minus 6, okay, plus 6 equal to 0, okay. So here a is equal to minus 2, b is equal to minus 3, or c is equal to 6. So what is the character of the discriminant of this? Character means nature of this quadratic equation. This is a intersect x-axis or not? Hello? This is intersect x-axis or not? Okay, first of all find the discriminant. Discriminant means b square minus 4ac. That means here b is equal to minus 3, so minus 3 whole squares minus 4ac. 4, a is equal to minus 2, and c is equal to 6. So that is 9, minus minus, okay, plus that's give as a 48. 4 and add this, that's give as a 57, greater than 0. So that means ki here d greater than 0, that's intersect the x-axis. But here a is less than 0. That means ki parabola of this is a downwards. Whatever they are, this is downwards. Okay, and downwards. Okay, and d greater than 0. That means ki x-axis they intersect the x-axis. These are the basic concept of what is plotting the quadratic equations, and okay, in next class we will explain more deeply in this is a quadratic equations, and find the maxima and minima value to Rolle's theorems and so on. Thank you.